Oh shit. There we go. Wait a second. Oh no. There we go. Now they should be able to hear you.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Um, what's that corny shit that Trey always says? Welcome, 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 everyone, to the next episode of Gamma Blerds. I am not Trey proper. He is off gallivanting, showing something. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but he's not here this week. But I'm back. I know that you've all missed me, but before I get to my introduction, I'm going to let my other co-hosts introduce themselves. Ladies first.
Hi, I'm Lillian Dasu, your bougie auntie across the internet, and I do many things. I play a lot of rivals. I variety game, and sometimes I have an opinion.
Doing a better job hosting already, Rick. It's your boy Big Herb, self-proclaimed king of debauchery. Always on some bullshit, but I also want to learn some shit too. So it's always great to come back here with my friends and talk about what's going on in the world to try to get us to stop being depressed in this world that we're living in. So good luck with that shit.
Yeah. Try to add some levity to this nonsense that we got, but we can't. Uh, I am Rick Stroh or Rick or whatever. Real quick, uh, I was out for a while. I had to have surgery or whatever. And I put a post picture on my social media, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who reached out, who sent text messages, who called. I had teammates from college football that I haven't spoken to in over a decade reach out to me. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. I appreciate it. Also, if you follow me on social media, you know they're dealing with some other stuff personal wise. Wanted to say another thank you to everybody that's reached out, that's come by, that's given kind words to me and the rest of my family. I just want to say we appreciate it and we thank you all.
Anytime, homie.
I'm
Mm.
glad you are doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Despite the fact of everything that we're dealing with, but let's get into the topics of the show. So
Yes.
first off, Lillian, as the resident big anime person right now. Actually, you know what? No, as the resident anime person on the show, the person that knows the most about anime, about everyone who works on this show and who is on this show. There was something special that happened this week at a certain chicken place that was born and bred in Louisiana. But side note, Louisiana has the worst Popeyes ever.
Yeah, they
Like
do.
It really
like
does.
every time I've had Popeyes in Louisiana, it
If you've been to
sucks.
that
Depressing.
Bible Belt, those Popeyes are sad.
Right. It's like why is there
Sad.
more fat on the chicken than there is chicken? Anyway, sorry.
Man,
Um, One Piece. I mean, Popeyes did a collaboration, another collaboration with They did a collaboration, excuse me, with One Piece, and they released the Luffy meal in a bento box. So Lillian, as the resident anime person, anime expert on the show,
Yeah, as the
tell
anime
did you happen to have it?
expert, what's my take on it?
Yeah, please.
It looks adorable. That's all I got. The dessert seems to coincide with the devil fruit that Luffy ate at the beginning of the series. They have some sort of lemonade, special lemonade. One Piece collab is trash. Sorry that you feel that way. Don't eat it, I guess. Um, yeah, it looks cute. I'm gonna try it just because. Just because. Why
Okay.
not? Fried
yeah.
chicken and One Piece. What's wrong with that?
All right. So, if I'm not to be mistaken, it's a two-piece, a leg and a thigh with a side of mac and cheese with that little strawberry, like you said, devil fruit type thing, and
Mm.
a purple, some type of lemonade. Um, so I saw a couple things about it when it was released.
Hmm.
And so it's supposed to come in a specialized bento Popeyes bento box, right?
Okay.
But it was only available in like five Popeyes across the nation, and I believe one of those is in New York. Now we all know how overpopulated New York is, right?
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
location, would you like to know how many specialized bento boxes they had?
Five.
They had 88.
88.
The
The
line,
fuck?
the line before the restaurant was opened up, the line was already 3 hours long. And
Wow.
then, not to mention, because they like to ruin everything, the resellers, like they do with something that affects me, like they do with sneakers, the resellers were forcing their way to the front of the line, like literally pushing past people and intimidating people. However they were doing it, I don't want to say anything to get us in trouble, like because I don't know any of those details, but they pushed their way to the front of the line, and not only it was supposed to be limited to 2 per person, two per customer at the most. They were walking away with stacks of them. So if you went to go and try and get this specialty bento box, this novelty item, you weren't going to get them because essentially you were being priced out by these guys who were using whatever types of means they could. Either they knew someone or they could have been using physical means to get past people. So I mean,
niggas being niggas.
No,
man, listen. So most of the resellers, they're not even us. They're these guys.
Yeah.
The
palm colors are the ones ruining most of the shit. Like you have black resellers, but black resellers also tend to live in black areas, so they know their audience. Versus refellers, the Gumma No Mi fruit lemonade. Listen, Trey, I don't care. But the palm colors, they're the ones buying up all the Pokemon trading cards. They're the ones buying up all the specialty items so they can resell it for hundreds, thousand times profit. And honestly, they're just taking a good old book, like a good old page from the book of capitalism. Because, like, not even just capitalism, like late stage capitalism. So they didn't just read like the first few paragraphs they bought from the back of the book. Because fuck it, why not skip to the ending? And that's what happened with the shit. That's what happened with the shit.
I'm sorry, but it's unfortunate that you can't, like, that if you're a fan of something, you can't actually enjoy what you enjoy or actually revel in the things that come out because of people because of, like you said, late stage capitalism and people just trying to make a profit off of everything. They know that people are excited about it. They know that people are fans of these things, and they know that people are committed to it. And so they get in, they buy up as much as they can, and they oversell it. Here's an idea. Why don't you fucks go out and get a real job? Go actually put in a day's work.
No.
Go do something else.
No.
But instead, people have to make money off of other people's suffering, and it sucks. That's the part that pisses me off about these things.
That is always the part that pisses me off about it. Like I forget what it was. Like when the whole Pokemon trading card thing with Tony Richard, like he rapped. That's how upset he was about this fucking Pokemon trading card fiasco, where like all the scalpers and resellers, they'll buy it immediately as soon as it's out and then turn a huge profit on it because people are just trying to get fucking cards for their collection or for their decks because they still play the fucking game and nobody could get their hands on it. The only reason I can get cards at all is because my nephew works in a store, so he basically makes sure he sets some aside so that I can have some. That's it. That's the whole story.
I mean, it's a shame that we have to go through this bullshit. I mean, and I'm even looking at, I mean, just to bring it back from the beginning, because the way I heard about it, my wife was getting Miles something to eat. And when she went to go ahead, she heard the lady in the background, because I never even heard of the whole entire One Piece promotion. So she's like, yeah, you want one piece of chicken? You want one piece or you want one piece? And I'm like, the fuck did she just say? So I mean, that's how I found out about it. But no, just the hearing as far as like the whole entire situation where people bum rushing to, I mean, that's how you get the fade. And I mean, and I'm pretty sure that they were doing this against people who are not the size of me and Rick. And because I'm pretty sure if you go to any person in New York, I'm just assuming that's of our stature, definitely would have ran that fade the second that you're trying to bum rush me. And I'm sitting here and it's only 88 of them. Like, nah, get the fuck out of here, bro. It's wouldn't have happened here. So
listen.
As much of a fun topic as I thought this would be, Luffy would never co-sign this shit.
No. That's the thing about it. They need more. That's why we need more nerds working at these establishments to kind of gatekeep this stuff, because nerds at the register would see these resellers walking up, and they would listen. They would turn right into Luffy D Monkey, and I can't use the verbiage. That's kind of why I can't use the verbiage that he would use, but he would. I'm sure they would turn them down. But keeping it moving right along. Our next topic is so apparently men are not escaping the allegations.
Correct.
Lillian brought us a topic, and she just gave it to me and her before we went live. Lillian, please enlighten
Yeah,
us.
please, yeah.
What it
The
is.
reason why
This shit.
the reason why this week I'm saying men are never escaping the allegations, because there's always something new eventually. This week, news broke. I think CNN broke the article saying that there was an entire website that men were running, contributing to, and learning from how to drug their partners so they could assault them and film them and post it to that website. So it was a whole thing. What they should use to drug their partners, what the dosage was, filming the content and posting it to that website. And that website had 62 million visits by the time CNN caught up with it.
Herb, please.
Yeah, because I mean, my thing is this: it's like, ladies and gentlemen, there are like good versions of us out here, and when you bring up the number 63 million
62?
people, 62. I'm sorry, 62 million people. That's still 60 million more than what the number is just. It's just it's like there are good people that are men out there. But then when you see this number, this astronomical number, it just makes us all look bad. And my thing is this: even if you weren't going on there to go ahead and do it, the fact that you went on there because you found out about it, you're not helping the cause whatsoever. Because now it just looks like, oh wow, they're doing this shit, and that's maybe all you did. But the fact that you hear about it, don't go there looking for it, because now you're a part of the 63 million people who are out there looking at this shit, and it's just like, I don't need to hear this shit or see this shit to be in my mind, because the fact of it is what's the word I'm looking for? It's heinous. Like, come on, like, why are you even thinking about it? If you ain't got that much game to talk to a girl or try to your pickup game is ass, then leave it at that. Don't fucking do it. Just move the fuck on. It's not worth trying to drug somebody else. That's just stupid. Like, I mean, you got no game and you're a fucking creep. Yeah, go ahead, Liv.
All right, so there's a mistake in your thinking. So sites like this aren't because, like, men don't default to this activity because they are socially awkward or unable to talk to people, have no game list, maiden list, etc. They default to this activity because it is a crime. Like, it is. Like, we're talking about sex crimes. We're talking about intentionally drugging someone, assaulting them, and filming them. So that's like a triumvirate of crime right there. Not only did you drug somebody, you took away their consent, so now they're engaging in non-consensual sexual activity. They don't even know, more often than not, because you drugged them to do it. And then you filmed it and shared it. So that's like 4 different levels of crime attached to it. Yeah. People don't do this because they can't talk to girls. They do this because they are fucked up people.
Yeah.
We need to stop perpetrating that narrative, because it's simply not true. Like, there is never going to be a day in which I'm so down bad for dick that I'm going to assault somebody to get some.
Yeah.
Listen. The number of visits says that we all know someone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That we know somebody who is attached to something like this. We know, like, and even though most people don't want to talk about it, you know somebody who has possibly sexually assaulted someone, or who is implied at it, or who makes a joke, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We need to normalize putting hands on these motherfuckers. We need to normalize, like, we're way, like, because our administration is full of people who I'm sure have visited this site dozens upon hundreds of times. It's because they're trying to normalize this shit, right? Real quick, let me take a couple steps back, right? I've started to pay attention to a lot more things that I didn't realize that had become a normalized thing in the way that we were raised, right? Let's go back to Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Let's go back to the second Pirates of the Caribbean. Remember James Norrington wanted to marry Elizabeth Swann, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, they do a little flashback, and he had to be in his late 20s as an officer on this ship. And
she was 12.
Yes, she's 12 years old, and he's talking to her and calling her Miss Swan. And I'm like, I was watching it, and I had to turn it off because I instantly got disgusted. Because I'm like, wait a minute, in a couple years, he's trying to like marry her forcefully, like, and they try to normalize this shit, and they put it in so much of our media that we don't even fucking think about it, right? Now you look at it like people like fucking Nick Fuentes and fucking Myron from Fresh and Fit, who if I ever see you in real life, Myron, I'm gonna break your fucking face into 1,000 pieces. I promise you. But anyway,
Clip that shit. Clip
right,
that shit.
and then you have people like fucking Clavicular, who is a meth addict at 20, 21 years old, ODing in the club, and they're leading groups of young boys, and they're thinking about this shit, and they're going to these sites, and meanwhile, we're not thinking too much of it because it's been normalized so much in our media. This is a problem. This is a problem, and we can no longer. It's no longer about talking. We can't. There is no gentle parenting. This. There is time
No,
to start.
hell
It's
no.
time to start beating ass. It is time to start beating ass because we need this shit out of our society immediately. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. Right fucking now. It needs to be out of this insidious, disgusting, I'm gonna steal Herb's word, heinous behavior. It needs to go. And I will not tolerate it. If you're someone that's around me and you make a joke about it, just know I'm about to slap the shit out of you. And it's not, this is the only warning that I'm giving. If you make a pedophilic joke or if you make a joke about harming a woman in any type of way, this is the only warning that everyone is getting. I am putting hands on people from here on out, and I do not give a fuck. I want this shit out of my society. I want a better society. And in order to get that, if I have to start putting hands on each and every last one of you motherfuckers, that's what's going to happen. Because this shit has to go. This is insidious and disgusting. And I hate it. I hate it with everything inside of me.
Couldn't agree more because I'm probably going to go for the follow-up. So, it's egregious. It's disgusting. It's like, we got to do better. But I mean, we've been saying we got to do better for fucking years. And it's just like, shit is disgusting. Excuse me. It's the worst that you're scum. You're fucking piece of shit. That's pretty much what I got to say about it.
I just did all that tough talk, but then I had to hit the button to make my seat rise up again. So now it looks but
listen, we
anyway,
can't all be hard. It is what it is. But another reason that certain men will never escape the allegations. I think it was a former lieutenant governor in Virginia, murdered his wife and then killed himself. So R.I.P. to that lady. And I've been seeing news stories about it for the past 3 or 4 days now. They've been like, their divorce was final. She'd gotten away, and he turned, I think, abusive and became a raging alcoholic, an unfunctional alcoholic at the end of their marriage, which was the reason that she left him, and she got the house and the divorce, etc., etc. But when all this went down, he was in the house, killed her, and then killed himself. So now the 2 children that they did have together are completely parentless.
So I watch a lot of true crime, right? And a lot of the basis of true crime is this exact same scenario. They aren't necessarily lieutenant governors or anything like that, or people of that nature. But leave. Make your peace and leave. We don't have hard conversations in our society. Like, we don't. People don't want to take accountability for what they've done. People don't want to come to terms with the fact that it's not working out. We aren't meant for each other. You need to go. And this happens way too much. This happens way too much. Just talk about it. Be an adult. Accept responsibility for what you've done. Because listen, in a situation like this, most of the time we're both culpable of something. We both done something. Just accept it and move on. Like, why is it that the only thing that people come to is, well, I guess I got to kill everybody now? Why is that a thought in your head? Like, you said there were 2 children, right? Or was it 2 children?
They have 2 children together.
They have 2 children, and now those children don't have any parents.
Yeah.
They don't have any parents. Like that's immediately where my head goes to. It's like you rob these babies of being able to have a full life because now they're gonna have to live with this trauma for the
Mm-hmm.
rest
Yeah.
of their lives. And that's not fucking fair, man. Like, why is it that we can't think past ourselves? All of these people are bringing these children into the world and doing these terrible damn things to them. And all you can think about is yourself. Why are we so fucking selfish? Where's the empathy gone? Like, where's the thought for anybody outside of ourselves gone? I don't understand that. Like, it disturbs me so much. Just and moving past this extreme circumstance, just watching people move through life. You know what I mean? Something as simple as driving down the street. You see somebody weaving through traffic, and it's just like, dude, it's not that serious. You're gonna get there. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But instead, you want to end it like people are actively moving their families in these tons, this tons of metal and glass that could kill somebody in an instant. And you don't think about that. All you think about is, man, fuck
Get to
that. I
my
got to get where I'm
destination.
right. I got to get where I'm going. We, y'all, I'm so mentally exhausted with society at this point, and
Yeah.
it just it makes me. All of this shit just makes me sad on a daily basis, and we have got to get back to caring about one another.
I think
Yeah.
it's because, like, on a very compulsive level, like somewhere between education, family structure, workplace, etc., we've built our like Western American society around being so focused on oneself and individual goals, success,
Mhm.
forward momentum, etc. That in doing so and building a society based on that premise, so much got kicked to the wayside. Hold on, I have to tell this dog to leave me alone.
But no, as I get what you're saying. Go ahead,
Like,
Lily.
cause it's something like right now children are often growing up in one parent households, which isn't
Mhm.
like the household itself isn't the problem. It's the fact that there is no village helping people as they need it.
Mhm.
That's what's frustrating. So that one parent household, if they're at work, if they're working the jobs they need to be able to provide for them and themselves and that child, they don't have free time like they need to be able to raise that child and give them everything that they need.
Mhm.
They're not like they do their best, but there's holes in socialization, there's holes in family structure, like, just who you associate with on a regular basis. A lot of those times there's holes in education, and I don't mean just like what they're learning in schools, but the kinds of things they're learning in schools, because American education fucking sucks.
Ass.
Like, just whoa, we don't teach conflict resolution skills or nothing. We don't teach emotional regulation. We barely teach math and reading. Like, it is
Right.
crazy out here in these streets. So it's a lot, and we've structured so much independent success in society that we forgot that we live in a fucking society. We're a village. We're supposed to act as a community,
Yeah.
and there are organizations that try to bridge that gap. But we need to go back to the drawing board. And in my opinion, if you don't fucking stop.
No, I totally agree with you on that, Lil, because I'm looking at it from the standpoint of like where when my parents got a divorce, and for the most part, I can say it now because I mean this is when I was 9 and I'm 40 at this point. They it wasn't great in the beginning, but they still kept the composure because it was like, look, at the end of the day, we still have a child with each other. We have children with each other. So we need to go ahead and do this amicably, make sure that we're on the same page. I even said the same thing with TD. I was like, look, regardless of what we go through, we are not going to go through this bullshit like, I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me, and then we're going to go ahead and just curse each other out in front of Miles. Hell no. We're never doing that shit. I'm not, and I'm a product of doing it the right way as well. My parents, they had their differences, but at the end of the day, they made sure that hey, what can we do to make sure that Herbie and the rest of the kids are taken care of? Go ahead and do this. Be on the same page, even if we have a disagreement. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Hey, make sure that we're on the same page and handle it correctly. Because this bullshit right there, not only is it like you're selfish because you're mad, but you're taking away somebody's mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you did some bitch ass shit by taking out yourself because you didn't want to get in trouble. So I have a problem with the whole situation because, hey, at some point we have to work together at the end of the day. And that's the number one thing that matters when we look at this from the beginning. Hey, we're not together, but how can we work this shit out because we have kids with each other? How can we do this thing accordingly, be on the same page? We don't have to like each other as a relationship, but we have to work with each other as co-parents, as just people, just to show our kids that, hey, you can be in a disagreement, but you could also handle shit the right way. Once again, we're getting back to just, hey, can we do shit accordingly? Because all this is bullshit at the end of the day where, hey, if you don't like them, you ain't gonna like them. But we're gonna work together. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that our child is raised the correct way. And it's just it's bitch assness at the end of the day when I look at it because it's like, dude, not only did you take out your their mom, who you might not like, but the kids love them. That's my mom. I gotta be able. I want to see my mom for the rest of my life. But now you took that away from me, and then on top of that, you took yourself out because you were too much of a bitch to go ahead and get arrested for it. You were wrong, and it's pussy. But go ahead.
It's cowardice in itself. But moving on. Let's change topic a little bit.
Well, if you'll allow me, real quick.
Oh,
so we were just talking about society and how people need to come together and work together as a whole and not be so caught up on individual success and failures.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're talking a little bit about class warfare, no?
100%.
And that's that, you know, being socially looking at ourselves as a community instead of individuals is a form of class warfare, or coming together as a class of people to beat our fucking capitalists over. No, I'm going off on a tangent now. But long story short, there were several warehouse fires. This for sure within the past 30 days, but I think I only heard about them like literally this week because there were 2 different warehouse fires in California, and I heard of something happening in Ohio or St. Louis, and then there were like 2 different occasions for Molotov cocktails. And
so I'll give you some of a breakdown of that.
Okay.
Right. We had the toilet paper factory that started off that was in California. That was set by, they're calling him Warehouse Mario.
Yes.
Because we already have a Luigi.
Yes.
There were several Amazon warehouses that were set on fire. There was a Molotov cocktail that was thrown at the house of
Sam
one of the.
something.
Yes, thank you, Sam Altman, who's another one of those tech bros that if I ever see you in life, I'm gonna break your nose. I'm gonna break your nose.
Why stop at the nose?
Listen, that's
the starting point.
That's just the starting point. Listen, that's one thing I learned is if you start with the nose, the rest crumbles. Anyway, and then also
probably the nose.
there was some other warehouse. Another AI guy's house was Molotov, but listen, there's a reason why you guys aren't seeing this on the regular news, or you got to kind of dig a little bit deep for it, or the reason why we don't hear the name Luigi Mangione anymore.
Facts.
Because they don't want us to do this. But like my man, when he set when I watched that video of him setting that toilet paper warehouse on fire, he said all y'all had to do was pay us a living wage. We can't afford nothing. But then he held a lighter up to the camera and said, "But these motherfuckers is dirt cheap." He set a stack of toilet paper on fire. Listen, I don't know what you guys listen. With all due respect to those people who go out to the No Kings protest, listen, I get it. But this is what protest is, y'all.
Yeah, this is another form of protest. This is like, all right, so No Kings protest, like people, we've been talking about this for years, I think, in the group chat or privately versus real life. But like, one thing that people really need to become comfortable with that they probably won't become comfortable with in general is that violence is sometimes the answer.
Yeah,
Violence is often the
yeah.
answer when you're being met with violence. I can be
Magneto was right.
diplomatic if you're being diplomatic, but if you're not being diplomatic, I'm not going to be diplomatic. Why would I do that? Why would
Yeah.
I short myself another tool to get the means that I want out of a situation? So if the warehouse, if you're paying them $20 an hour to live in California, where everything's
That part.
expensive and gas has like another
Dollar
dollar or
gas.
two of tax
Dollar
on
gas.
it, that's fucking stupid. Like you can't even live in PG County like that, let alone North Virginia or Baltimore County. Like you can't live here like that. California is even more expensive. Pay that man enough money to fucking live. Like, honest to
Man, look.
fucking God. And that's all he wanted, but they didn't get that. So he set their millions upon millions upon millions of dollars of inventory on fire to prove a fucking point. And that's proving the point. Like, imagine if we had even 10 warehouses of similar capacity set on fire.
So I think people miss the point of some things that are said in movies, right? Now,
Mhm.
there's a quote from The Dark Knight, right,
Okay.
by the Joker.
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah. Go
The
ahead.
Joker
Go ahead.
was like, "You guys are all wrapped up in money and jewels. I like simple things that are cheap, like gasoline. Listen, the tools that we need to overthrow our oppressor are around us readily.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
readily available for us. We use them
Yeah.
every day, guys. And also, you don't need to have money to start a revolution, y'all.
No,
You
you
don't
really
need.
don't.
All you need is the will and a little bit of ingenuity. Listen. I saw a dude make a hibachi plate in prison. You can't tell me that we can't cause an upheaval. Listen. I've seen dudes that make YouTube channels off of making gourmet food. We're using prison food. You using snacks and
Yep.
shit. You
Yep.
can't tell me that we can't start a revolution when we out here walking around readily available. You know what I mean? The problem is, I hate to say it this way, is a lot of y'all are too bitch made. A lot of y'all are just too afraid. You're not willing to sacrifice stuff. This is the thing. I want a lot of people to do this, right? I know a lot of people that watch us are around our age. You got children, right? I want you to look into your child's eyes and tell me that you're not willing to fight to make their future better. And tell me that to look into your niece's eyes, because everybody don't have children. Look into your niece's eyes. Look into your nephew's eyes. Look into a child that you deal with every day that you are willing to go to bat for, and tell me that you're not willing to make the future better for them. Because that's what it takes. That's what we need. We need way more of this. I saw all of this stuff happening and I smiled and I said, finally, we are getting off our asses and doing some stuff.
Yeah. And I'm just a quick little tidbit. You said they was calling him Mario.
Yes,
Yeah.
Warehouse Mario.
So he basically just got the flower and just started lighting that bitch off.
oh, my man got the flower, the fire flower, and went to town. He absolutely went to town.
It's like, I mean, hey, I'm for the shits. I mean, sometimes you got to tell a motherfucker, like, I ain't playing with you. You gonna feel the wrath at this point. And yeah, is it fucked up? Yeah, okay. Well, sometimes you got to get your hands dirty.
Well,
Sometimes
no.
you just gotta show a motherfucker that, hey, what you're doing to me is not right. And I've only been asking you nicely. So now, since you think you're taking my kindness for weakness, now I gotta act an ass. And it's at this point. But go ahead.
Rick, you're a student of history. We've seen these exact circumstances before where we have what is functionally a depression because ain't nobody fucking working. Everyone's scrambling around for jobs. They're tightening the workforce so that there aren't enough jobs for everyone, let alone jobs to feed their family. And now that AI, they made the big feign of AI taking over jobs. They're going to have to rehire their workforce, but hire the workforce back at a much lower rate because now they're fucking desperate, right? We've seen all this shit before when the stock market crashed in 1929 and the Dust Bowl was around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I don't know history, but I did read a lot when I was in high school. And one of the books I had to read was Grapes of Wrath. I didn't finish it because fuck that. It's a 400-page book. I got about halfway through though. And the premise is like you have this family who is living through the Great Depression. They just lost their farm because of the Dust Bowl. Like literally the crops during the Dust Bowl, crops could not grow because the soil was so sapped from nutrients from growing cotton for generations at that point. So the crops literally would not grow. You could plant them, you could water them. The soil was not nutrient dense. The shit would just blow away in the wind, the Dust Bowl.
Mhm.
So this family just lost their farm and they go down Route 66 because Route 66 is a historic route that a bunch of farmers took to get from wherever they were in the country all the way to California and began working in those agri-farming communities. But even when they got to those communities, they were vastly underpaid. And they were underpaid because there was this surplus of people and labor, like labor force, and the farms were making it so that it wasn't necessarily enough to go around, but they would hire all these people to work in these agro communities, farming communities, and they would pay them like just enough to put food on the table. And then when the next batch came in, they would pay them even less and even less and even less. And I think the book ends with like a huge upheaval. I don't remember what happened because I didn't get that far. But from what I understand, all the farmers got the idea that they were supposed to either fight back or fight for their rights and unionize so that they could get livable wages so they could work on these farms. And there was a huge amount of violence because the farms that ran these institutions didn't want that. And a bunch of fucking people died. And we have to understand that when we're faced with these circumstances, violence is the answer, and it's going to cost something that you don't understand. But to get to where you want to go, you have to pay the toll.
So real quick, let's since we're doing a little bit of a history lesson, I'm gonna try to make this quick. Let's go back a little bit, even more past that, right? Past the Dust Bowl. Let's go back to like the late 1800s, early 1900s, right? Do y'all know how we got to a 5-day, 40-hour work week?
I forget what it was, but it was labor.
People had to fight and die for it.
Yes. There were riots over labor and fair work weeks and fair working conditions.
Right. Because essentially, companies were just paying you enough to live in the barracks that they had and the food that they provided for you, which none of it was up to snuff. They would call in agencies. Like, so many people love to talk about the Pinkertons and how law and order. The Pinkertons are not that. The police are not what you think they are. The police are not here to save you. Police protect property. That's what they do first. It is to serve and protect the billionaires, right? Literally, there were workers who, before unions even were a thing, there were workers who would galvanize and come together, and they would walk out. And in order to get them back to work, the companies would hire goons, basically, to beat them and to destroy them and to harm them in ways that are just unspeakable to get them to go back to work. And it was literal warfare. You don't learn about that in school. You may hear about it. It may get dropped to you like fish food or sprinkled here and there, but you don't hear about it because they don't want you to know how it is to get what it is that you need to live. If you want universal health care like they do have in Canada and now Mexico, we're sandwiched
like
in
they have in
universal
fucking
healthcare.
Brazil. They have it in fucking
Right. But the thing, listen, but I'm gonna say this, and then I really want us to move on because I don't want us to get bogged down by this.
Fair.
I'm gonna say this: if y'all want these things, if we all want these things, not for ourselves, but for our children, for the ones that we are raising and the ones that we are dealing with, I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna have to fight and sacrifice for it. Yeah. All right, now we got the heavy topics.
We got the heavy shit out the way. Now we finna have some fun. Have some fun.
Right.
What wrapped up this week, Frick?
So CinemaCon wrapped up this week. And I've seen a few clips of it. Not some clips from some movies, some trailers that actually came out, but also I saw like clips of people walking out on stage. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna steal Trey Proper's post that he put on Facebook. Do not send me or us any clips from Avengers Doomsday. It's not real. It's not real.
I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for myself because I've done better over the years. Don't spoil. I even tell Miles, don't show me shit. Because now I'm at a point right now in my life where I will fight you if you spoil this shit for me. Because it's gotten to the point to where it's like I waited a whole year. I'm literally waiting when they did the whole entire thing as far as the rollout for the countdown. Okay, cool. Don't show me shit until they put the fucking trailer out there. Don't show me anything, because now if you go ahead and if I see a scene, you're like, her, go and look. See, I told you, don't do
it. At this point, anything that's gotten out about Doomsday, it's all AI. It's not real.
Facts.
Until it comes from the Marvel Studios YouTube or Instagram that we are all following. I'm not gonna believe what you're sending me. It's not real. Actually, speaking of what you just talked about, Herb, somebody that's a friend of mine on Facebook, he just had to get the block treatment last night because he posted some shit talking about this is real and it's clearly AI. It's clearly not anything of any type of production value. And I didn't even. Again, I hope you're watching right now. I blocked you because it's stupid. I told you we've had conversations about this. I told you to be better. I told you to be better, and you're not. So now you're blocked. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. If you want to fight about it, that's fine. But you're blocked.
All right. So before we move on, really quickly, the things that we're paying or the things that came out at CinemaCon this week, we got news about Beyond the Spider-Verse. We got news of Spider-Man Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday, and my favorite space spaghetti western, The Mandalorian. So I'm looking forward to seeing those trailers dropping 3 months from now when basically everything's being released.
Well,
pretty much.
Mandalorian and Grogu is next month.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's next month. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Look at the excitement.
We doing a movie night?
No.
So quick.
Oh wait! Go to the theaters together? I don't mind. Yeah. We can do that. We can do that. I thought you were in somebody's house, and I was like, I'm not doing that shit.
No,
honestly,
y'all niggas, but y'all live too damn far away from me. So.
No, yeah, I think we can. So because so that we don't get boxed down into saying that we only do movie nights for Marvel movies, I say we do one for Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah,
I'm for it. I'm for it. Shit, I love that series.
Trip? Why not? Yes.
Yeah, we can do that.
Trip.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the first couple trailers for Mandalorian and Grogu, I was like, maybe they should have kept it as a show. But this last one that they showed, I was like, you know what? I don't know if it's the fact that I've been watching the new Darth Maul animated series on Disney Plus.
Oh shit, I gotta get caught up on that. Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed this last trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu, excuse me, and I think I'm excited to go see it once it drops. Also, there was a new Horace. God, give me a second.
See, all right, real quick, Rick. That wasn't Horace's fault. That's your eyes reading entirely too fast. That's what happened.
So also there was a new Street Fighter trailer. The first Street Fighter teaser was really, really corny, but this one shows it's corny, but it's
camp but fun.
Yes. That's actually the perfect phrase. I need for people to understand that Street Fighter as a premise is campy and corny as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so corny.
Absolutely.
So if you're expecting this to be really, really serious, don't. I saw somebody complaining. They're like, "Oh, Ryu looks like he's joking around." He's around a bunch of buffoons.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think because you see somebody in military garb with an American flag tattoo that Colonel Guile is supposed to be serious. He's a jackass.
No, he really is.
Clearly.
He's an actual jackass. So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
because I'm looking at it like this. The first Street Fighter movie that came out with Jean-Claude Van Damme, they tried to take that shit so serious. That movie was, and that's the reason why that movie was ass. Not to mention all the other bullshit behind the scenes is the reason. Hell, what's his name? What's Raul Julia? He made one of the greatest lines ever in that movie, and that's the only thing that was good about that.
Raul Julia was great in that movie because he leaned into the camp of it all.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Raul Julia is Gomez, right? I want to make sure I had the right face in my mind. Okay.
No, definitely. No, because I think the line was To you, the day M. Bison take over your village was the worst day in your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Is that where I get that line from?
Yes.
Yes.
That
But no, like it's supposed to be taken as a campy movie. So I mean, when you go in here trying to be serious, it's just like this is ass. And I mean, as a kid, I just didn't know any better. So I mean, yeah. But go ahead, Rick.
Let me address it. Trey, how do you feel about Andrew Schultz after the trailer? I feel the exact same way about Andrew Schultz that I'll always feel like. He's a shit stain on society. So, but I mean,
all right. So very quickly, are we talking about Andrew Scholes or Andrew Schultz?
It's Andrew Schultz.
Schultz.
Are we talking about the guy who's like beat up his girlfriends on a number of occasions?
No. That's
No.
That's Andrew Tate.
It's Tate. Yeah.
No. Andrew Tate doesn't have a girlfriend. He has a bunch of women he consorts with. Andrew Schultz was the guy who was on what podcast was it? Shits and Gigs.
Brilliant Idiot. Oh no, that's nah.
Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz is with Charlemagne. Brilliant Idiots. Not I know Shits and Giggles came on their show one time.
No, it's Scholes. It's Scholes. That fucking shit stain. No, Scholes. Yeah. Y'all are gaslighting me. I know how to spell, goddamn. Because I look at his name and it should have a T in it, and it doesn't. It doesn't. Don't lie to me.
I swear. No, but I thought it was Schultz, but yeah, but no, like he's still him, and it's I really, yeah.
I mean, he's playing Dan Hibiki. Dan is a joke character. He's a joke human being. Like
if he gets his face beaten inside, or he gets like a what's it called? A
Hadouken?
No, not the Hadoukens. Yeah. Like when they have like the really gruesome deaths. I forgot.
Oh, fatality.
There we go. If he gets one of them, I'll be happy. I'll watch the movie then.
Honestly, the way Roman Reigns looks as Akuma, he might just do that. So
yeah,
I mean, but anyway, moving on to the next topic. Speaking of movies and things getting out,
that's what
there was something that was leaked online this week. Lillian, our resident anime expert on the show for the whole show,
because Lillian is so good at this shit.
The most knowledgeable person about anime associated with this show.
My brain is so big. I know everything. I got like galaxy mind in here. All right. So the leak that Rick is talking about. Yeah. I love it. The leak that I'm talking about is Avatar. Avatar Aang finally got his own movie. And Paramount Plus was playing in people's faces. At first, they said it was going to get a theatrical release. And then at some point, they decided, adults don't like cartoons. Cartoons don't sell well in the movies. People don't go to see cartoons. And decided that it would be a Paramount Plus exclusive. And between theatrical release to Paramount Plus exclusive, somebody leaked the entire complete animated film on Twitter.
So the funny thing about that, something else that I found, so because again, I'm always in content spaces that I have no business being in, I found out some more details about it. So this movie was leaked because someone on the distribution list to review it emailed it to some random person because people don't know how to type. And again, when you're sending an email, guys, double check who you're sending it to. Make sure that it's the right person before you hit that send button.
You know what? All right, so really quickly, the way you described it sounds like if somebody sent the link via like Google Drive, but they didn't password protect the shit, because if they password protected the shit, it never would have gotten out. So they didn't use a secure system. Insanity. Yeah. Insanity. Yeah. Somebody's IT is having a fucking heart attack.
But listen. Here's something fucked up real quick, though. Here's something fucked up. Think about this. Our Secretary of Defense did the same thing with Warplane a couple months ago.
Fucked. Oh, I'd forgotten that.
I know you did. I know you did. I know. I had to bring it back around.
I remember when, like, what was it? It was like they'd included a reporter, like the wrong Pete on a Telegram chain saying that we're gonna bomb Iraq or some shit, right?
Yeah, no, it's no. When they first bombed Iran, and remember
Iran.
when we decimated all of their military capabilities months ago. Meanwhile, never mind. We didn't have we didn't
Well,
have
now
We're
shit.
getting
yeah,
aside. We're getting aside, but
yeah.
that did happen. I do remember it. It was a whole thing because then they
Right.
tried to be like, "No, I didn't." Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot.
Nigga, don't you know we can see you?
We got you in 4K.
Wait, 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 wait. He's gonna do the Drex. He's gonna do the Drex.
No, because I'm thinking about it's going back to what Lillian said earlier, like how fucked up our education system is. If you just go ahead and proofread the regular shit that we're supposed to be doing after everything, because I mean, just one little letter off sends it to a whole different person.
Lillian, I can see you. You're eating a dog nut right now. Oh my god. Yo, like, yeah, man. But honestly, real quick, also, like, I know certain people. There are some people who are like happy that this happened. Listen, I get it, y'all. Like, we're all inundated with like expensive ass bills, and you don't want extra stuff don't want to pay for extra stuff. But like, if we want our content to keep being released, if we want these things that we enjoy to keep coming out, we got to pay for them. So this isn't really a good thing, but also people higher ups in these production companies, be better. Like, just do better. You know what I mean? If you can.
This is gonna be me thirsting, and it is what it is. If Paramount Plus doesn't believe that my bitch ass would not pay to see Prince Zuko's, Fire Lord Zuko's animated fucking titties, they are mistaken.
I'm even looking at it from the standpoint of this. I think of people like, and I know this is anime, but I'm getting to a point. I look at people who I know in the industry, like Gary Peoples. As if you know us, really, Gary is a friend of ours from high school and college, and he's a stunt coordinator. So when you do stupid shit like sending out the movie to a random fucking person, so all the work that he's put in and everything like that, it goes away to the dodo because you're sending the shit out for free.
Facts.
If you just do your fucking job. Just be competent at it. That's it. We ain't ask you to do astronomical shit. Just proofread, put a secure password on it, and we're good to go. Like, and now you just gave away the movie on Twitter, which is one of the most toxic places. Now we can sit there and say what we want about it because you let it out to the public, and we ain't got to pay for it. So I mean, and like Rick said, we all want shit for free sometimes, but at the same time, some things need to be paid for because you see the work and hard work and determination that people put into these projects, and now you're going ahead and giving the shit out for free because you will be in a dumbass.
Yeah, the big problem is that when stuff like this happens, we the audience lose out on media. They did not disappoint with the character designs. They did not, Wondria. They did not. That's another conversation. But when stuff like this happens, when big feature films like this that we've been crying for literally 20 years get leaked like this, the animators miss out because the animators, while they've been paid for the work that they've already done, if this is an issue upon release for the first fucking movie, how much risk is the studio willing to accept for another film? They miss out on follow-on work opportunities. They miss out on the promotional and stuff. They we the audience miss out because we may still not get a theatrical release. The cards are not in our favor. I would love a theatrical release. I'm broke. I would love a theatrical release. But
I want to see Zuko's titties too.
Me too.
Does he make fire come out the nipples?
No.
Is that part of firebending?
That would be weird, but no, he doesn't. So we miss out. The animators miss out. The people who've already put their blood, sweat, tears, lost time they are never going to get back. We all miss out when stuff like this happens.
The dude got fired. He's getting fired. And if I'm one of the animators, I got to run a fade. Just because.
You got to run the fade. You got to run the fade.
You got to run the fade.
But speaking of running the fade, our last topic for today, Wednesdays Wednesdays is essentially like three shows that are all fade heavy shows. Wednesdays this past month as the release, like we have Daredevil on Disney Plus. We have Invincible on
Amazon.
Amazon Prime. Excuse me, thank you. And we have now The Boys on Amazon Prime. Listen, I watch all three shows every Wednesday, and then in order to make myself go to sleep after I've been working all night, I watch Abbott Elementary to give me some levity.
Hell yeah!
Time out, because even this past week it was kind of depressing still.
Wait. We're not talking about this week because I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Did you watch last week about Abbott? So real quick, I'm gonna divert real quick. Did you watch last week about Abbott Elementary?
Probably not. Like, all right. Okay. So this is the problem that I'm facing with Abbott Elementary. This is a little story. It's not a long one. I have been keeping up with the series in general. I recently started watching the most recent season, but I started dating someone who'd never seen Abbott Elementary, so of course I had to indoctrinate them into the Church of Abbott Elementary. Yeah. So we've been rewatching it while I'm still pushing forward with the new episodes and not telling them anything that happens because I've got to stay up to date. You can't be 5 seasons behind, and me on season 5. I can't live like that.
So I'm gonna say this: the last 2 weeks of Abbott Elementary are gonna piss you off.
Yeah.
Yes. I saw a spoiler on accident because somebody talked about it, but I'm still fucking seeing it with my eyes.
Yeah. Like I've literally been sitting there watching. I've been watching Abbott Elementary like this the past 2 weeks. Oh, so y'all want to fucking fight, right? So Quinta, I gotta come to Philly and we gotta fight.
Pretty much.
Right. But anyway, but moving on. So let real quick, I'm gonna start with Daredevil, and then I'm gonna hop through the other two shows. And if y'all want to interject, please just give me a finger, let me know.
Fair.
Daredevil, Born Again, season 2. Man, like Marvel television, like the Netflix shows were one thing, but where Marvel television is taking things, like I know people didn't like a lot of, like people didn't like Hawkeye or Echo or any other stuff. But like the Daredevil Born Again is peak television making. It's peak superhero television making. Like, Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin is one of the most amazing Marvel villains. Like he's literally right there with Thanos, with Killmonger. Like he is excellent. He is fantastic. He's phenomenal. Everything that's been going on, yes, Randy, bring back Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Me and Randy, the only two I know that stand on that platform.
Listen, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. shouldn't have gone anywhere. Y'all should have hired better fucking writers for the last 2 fucking seasons. I will fight and die on this hill.
Yes. No. We divert. But no, Daredevil is absolutely fantastic. I love where they're going with it. Also, there's some spoilers for season 3. Like we know that Jessica Jones is coming. We've seen Kristen Ritter in the trailers for the second half trailer, so we know that Jessica Jones is coming back. But spoilers for season 3, Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, and Finn Jones, who plays Iron Fist, are also coming back because they've been seen them filming. And Mike Coulter, I think Mike Coulter might be running for mayor. Luke Cage might be doing the Mayor Luke Cage angle, because he's been dressed like Mayor Luke Cage. So it's looking like Wilson Fisk is gonna have some competition at the end of this season.
If Luke Cage becomes like Mayor Mamdani, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. I'm gonna.
Listen,
oh my god, that would be so juicy.
Listen,
they gotta run the boxing match, man. They gotta run the boxing match if that's the case. They got to, man.
that would be cool. That would be cool. Honestly, but I don't think Wilson Fisk is making it out of this season. Honestly, I just see something going on as far as like the angle with like Bullseye, where he's at. But again, if you haven't caught up to Daredevil, please do yourself a favor, binge it right now.
Please do.
It's one of the most amazing shows going on.
I'm like halfway through the 5th episode, and it's oh my god, it's brilliant. Vincent D'Onofrio has always been a great actor. I mean, I'll even look back at what's the name of that military movie that he was in,
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. He's only been in there for like 20 minutes, but it was still just like gripping. It was like wow, like this dude has range, man. It's amazing. And
Y'all
oh man,
didn't know that
he's
from Men in Black.
You're right. He
yeah,
played it.
He played a man wearing a
bug.
skin suit, and he played it well.
Yes. He's like,
Right. But moving on to the next show. The next show that moving over to the Amazon Prime shows.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to The Boys. Right.
okay.
The Boys. I've actually talked to a couple people, and people don't have stopped watching The Boys because The Boys is hitting too close to real life for them. Like real life is already exhausting, and watching The Boys, it's like it's too much. I'm getting to it, Trey. Calm down. But The Boys, this week on The Boys, right? And I'm going into spoilers, so if you haven't watched it, sorry, but I'm giving it to you right now. This week on The Boys, Homelander imagines basically a woman that he killed from the first season, Elizabeth Shue's character. She came to him as an angel and told him that he's God, and now he pictured himself as God. But what happened 2 days earlier? Y'all's president put out a picture on his social media that nobody I know actually has as himself as Jesus Christ, right? And it like The Boys. If real life is too much for you and you want like the fictional like kind of weird ass look at it and you kind of honestly, The Boys is real life for dummies, right? You know how there are those books that are like such and such for dummies, whatever. The Boys is real life for dummies. You know what I mean? You got like we don't have superheroes, but we do have corporations. And at the heart of it, the corporation is the bad guy of The Boys, and it's hitting on those topics every day. Every episode, like it's exhausting, but also it's highly entertaining because it really is hitting on some topics and kind of like explaining it for a lot of it. Randy, it's funny that you say that. I actually was telling Herb and Lillian about that. The writer for The Boys, I believe his name is Eric Kripke. He said like once y'all's president put that picture out, he was like, "Son of a bitch, you could have at least waited until I put the episode out." Like,
real quick, did you see the somebody counteracted that picture again? Azrael, the angel of death, pretty much sending him a fade back to hell.
Man, listen. That this motherfucker's frontal lobe is actively shrinking. Like, he is a dementia patient, and he's running our country. The 25th Amendment is a thing, y'all. Anyway, but no, like the Boys, it's exhausting, but also like it's a really really enjoyable watch. Again, that's another thing that I recommend everybody watch. It's wickedly hilarious and brutal, but it's still a really really good watch.
Double M killed a guy by choking him with his own dick.
Yeah, and that's the first episode.
That's the first episode, dog. Like that is wild. Like seriously, he's beating the dude. Beat this one guy to damn near to death with his dick. Yeah, and I mean, it's just like wow. Like this is the shit we got to deal with.
And then moving on, last but least, all right. So real quick, there has been this scuttlebutt that's been online. Like while I've been recovering from my surgery, I've been paying attention a lot more to a lot of content spaces. I've been kind of getting my tentacles out there and stuff. A couple weeks ago, right after the episode where Mark had killed Conquest and he healed from it, there was a scuttlebutt online where after they blew up the Viltrumite ship and Thrag took the rest of the Viltrumites and they flew back to their home planet. There was a bunch of guys online, these guys who have never read Invincible, who were talking about why is Thrag the person that we're supposed to be afraid of and he's a fraud and da-da-da-da. This past week on Invincible, they kind of took that and shoved it up your ass, didn't they? Because we saw everything that Thrag is and everything that Thrag is supposed to be. I don't know if either of you two watched this week's episode of Invincible?
I haven't seen. I'm 2 episodes behind. So, but go ahead.
Real quick, did you guys know that Thrag is an airbender?
No.
Yeah, because Thrag sucked in air and punched Omni-Man in the stomach into fucking orbit from the surface of planet Viltrumite, of planet Viltrum. Um, it is Invincible. The reason why I left Invincible for last because out of all three of these shows, Invincible is the best one going right now. It like this week's episode of showing Thrag and his capabilities, like he put belt to ass for everyone. He
That'll be
smacked he smacked Oliver's jaw off and pulled his arm off at the same time. Like he beat Mark, he beat Nolan, he beat Thatis. He listen, like they put on display a display of what a true powerful Viltrumite is, and yeah, he held nothing back.
Okay.
Invincible is the best one of all three shows.
Okay, so I gotta tell because I told you guys about this or before the show. And shout out to Trey too because I talked to Trey about this. So Miles he saw the first season of Invincible and was like, "Oh, Dad, I want to get a comic of it." I was like, "I know what's gonna happen eventually. I don't know if they're gonna put it on the show, but I know what happens eventually." And with Mark and other lady. So yeah, I go to we go to the books to the bookstore, and the lady is sitting there like, "Sir, are you sure?" Yes, he's already seen the first season. He literally blew past. He's ahead right now, so I can't even talk to him about it because I told him I haven't seen the last two episodes. Shut up, don't say nothing. So when the lady comes up to me and says like, "Sir, you sure how old is he?" "Yeah, he's 12. I'm allowing it because." Fuck it. He's already seen it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? But what about I know about that scene? So fuck it. Trey's literally like Herb. I don't know if no. He wanted this. He wanted this baptism by fire, so it's going to happen. Let it go. We're just gonna have to have that talk afterwards.
They kind of alluded to that, to what you're talking about this week on this past episode of Invincible, where Mark said, "I killed Conquest," and she looked over her shoulder like, "Oh, really?" And it's like, oh, no, oh no, it's oh no. But yeah, yeah, like a lot of people who haven't read Invincible, who have a lot of opinions online. I need y'all to go and read the books first before you start making your opinions. But kind of wrapping all of this up, Invincible has been amazing. Like I've thoroughly enjoyed this season. Like this has been my favorite season so far. I can't wait till we just get several episodes of Battle Beast and Thrag just fighting, and they just kind of move to it, and then they just like go. They don't say anything about it. It just cuts away. Like they'll show like Mark and Adam Eve talking, and then they just go back to them fighting or whatever. But yeah, like I've really enjoyed this. It's to the point now where I'm doing something that I don't normally do. Normally, I'm patient and waiting for other seasons of stuff to come. But I know once this season is over, I want season 5 like right now. Like I want. I might. I've already. So for those of you guys that watch the show, you know that I've been on my comic book journey of buying a whole bunch of comic books. My most recent purchase is I bought all 4 of the Milestone compendiums. My next compendiums that I'm buying, I will be buying the Invincible compendiums, and I will be reading through those. So yeah, like I just because I'm like, all right, I got to read these books. But like I said, Invincible is the best one out of all 3 shows. Like I love all 3 of these shows together. They're fucking amazing. Please do yourself a favor and go and watch them. But then also another show that we haven't really talked about. I talked about it a little bit. Watch the Darth Maul animated show on Disney Plus. It's outstanding. Sam Witwer doing his voice acting as Darth Maul is one of the most intimidating actors, one of the most intimidating voices on television right now. So that's all I got. You guys got anything else?
No, I think you touched up on it as far as for me. What you think, Lil? You have anything?
Zuko's titties.
All right, and that's how we end the episode. Thank you again for joining us here on episode 45 of Gamma Blerds. I'm back. We're better than ever. We're going to continue to keep on putting this content out. as long as you guys continue to support and keep showing up with us, we appreciate you all. We love you all. Y'all let them know where they can find you at on social media.
I am Lillian Dasu across social media. If you don't know how to spell my name, do your best, Google it, and you will find me. I promise.
You can find me on IG at Herbitos _way, or you can find me on my other account, Off the Bench Pod, on IG and on Twitter as well. Trying to make bigger reach with that. So yeah, so follow me on there. Next Thursday, we will be because the NFL draft is here. We will be having me, Rick, and a couple other content creators will be talking about the NFL draft because foosball. It's fun.
Right.
So,
Or as Lillian calls it, sports ball. We're talking about sports ball.
so, yeah. So give me a follow and check it out.
Yeah. You can find me at Just Rick Williams on Instagram. You can find me at 6 Crates on Instagram. You can find me at who else did I see in the comments? You can find me at Phenomenal Trey Proper, cheesing with a He-Man sword. You can find me just wherever. And also please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Put a like on this on the VOD. Put a like on the live. Come back and watch the VOD again because they go right up to our YouTube page.
Stop reading. Stop reading.
I can't help it.
I knew it was going to happen as soon as I saw it in the comments. He's going to read that shit.
I be reading stuff. I'm multi-screen. All right? Damn it. But yeah, thank you guys again for joining us this week. We'll be back next week for more of whatever.
Of more blurred nonsense and foolishness. Really
yes,
quickly
sir.
before we hop off, please make sure you're following Gamma Blerds on our social media platforms. We are most frequently on Instagram. We need to put out more videos, more shorts on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. There we go.
TikTok. Yeah.
So please follow us on those platforms, and we'll see you
Most
around
definitely.
the internet.
Toodles.
Peace.
Bye.